These 6 pitchers are among 12 high desert Yardbirds named Pecos League Allstars. They join the Yardbirds Allstars: Derek Reddy, Dylan Farr, Daniel Gardner, Danny Kerr, Daniel Ciso, and Oscar Larinaga. If we induct Colton Draney into the Killer D's distinction, he brings to 6 Killer D's Yardbirds from the All-Star squad. Colton Draney has been High Desert's #1 starter in the rotation. The 25-year-old from Idaho is one of only 4 Pacific Division starters who is unbeaten entering July. We asked Colton Draney about his last Adelanto Stadium start.
Yeah, it felt good. I had all my command and everything, so it was a good start. I was glad to go 7.
For a pitcher that throws as many breaking pitches as you do, how important is it to know that catcher is going to block everything in the dirt?
It's great. It makes me more confident to throw change-ups and stuff, or pitches to try to get people to swing at with the catching staff that we have. We have great catchers. All 4 of them are great.
Aiden Brook demonstrating what Colton Draney is talking about here. What's the youngest Yardbirds take on Colton Draney?
He mid to upper 8s throwing fastball, so he's got some gas going there. And he's got a couple nasty pitches. He worked with 13 strikeouts, I think, in 7 or 8 innings last time he came out. So I think we can look at a lot of swing and misses, and he paints the corners a lot. So he can, like I said, control. He's got a lot of that control.
All-Star Kyle Hodgson has the 2nd lowest ERA among Yardbirds starters. The 22-year-old from Massachusetts' first win was in relief. He's been a starter ever since.
Is your approach any different as a starter?
With starting, I'm usually more of finesse and stuff like that. But when I know I'm only going 1 or 2, I try to just attack with fastballs early, just get them to try to hit it straight up or hit it right into the ground. Just get quick outs, just keep the innings quick so that we can get back to hitting.
Jacob Rosales is the first Yardbirds pitcher to win 5 games. The 23-year-old All-Star from Stockton is the Yardbirds strikeouts leader, 60, in a team-high 44 innings. When he's on, what are we going to see?
A lot of fastballs. I like to beat them with fastballs, and for an out pitch, I like to go sliders. So when I'm on, it's a lot of fastball sliders. Yeah, really, I'm adjusting as the entire game goes on. It's different from each batter to batter. So throughout the entire game, I'm making little adjustments here and there. So.
Unjust adjustment here by Whiptail's beer batter, bunting on the first pitch to avoid a strikeout. Kind of like bunting in the 9th to try to break up a no-hitter. We can count on the Minister of Justice to counter any plea bargaining with a fairly speedy fastball and effective off-speed alternative. Catcher Ed Milian describes the Pacific Division's only 5-game winner.
Oh, he's a good guy. He stays around the zone. He's mostly a fastball changeup guy. He has a change split also. Good movement on those pitches, and just he won't overpower guys, but he knows how to hit the right spots in the zones and work the outs.
Command and location.
The Yardbirds have 3 of the 4 unbeaten starters in the entire Pecos League. 4-game winner and All-Star Harry Ferguson among them.
I throw a lot of strikes. I try to fill it up early, let my fastball get most of my outs. If I do get 2 strikes, I try to bury them with a slider or a splitter. But I don't walk many people, and I just try to fill it up, put our team in a good position to win.
Where have you pitched before?
My first year, I was in Plattsburgh in the Empire Professional Baseball League. It's about 26 miles from the border of Canada, so a little different up there. And then last year, I was actually playing for White Sands down in Alamogordo. And this offseason, I got a call from our coach, Sean, and he invited me to spring training. I showed up, and I made the squad.
John Kopicky's 11 appearances for the Yardbirds have been 8 out of the bullpen. His .322 ERA among the 23-year-old's All-Star credentials.
I'm John Kopicky. I'm a pitcher, a right-handed pitcher from Centerville, Ohio.
What's your role on this team, obviously, but for the viewers, what do you do?
I'm a relief pitcher, so late innings, come in and try to keep the lead or keep the game close. Yeah.
What's your background? Where did you pitch before?
I finished up college at Otterbein University up in Columbus, Ohio.
I was a midweek starter and weekend relief.
Now, is this your first year of pro ball?
This is, yep.
What's the biggest difference you found so far in pitching pro ball compared to amateur ball?
Well, it's nice pitching to wood bats. That's the first thing. The other thing is just the consistency of players. College ball, they'd have typically a handful of guys maybe on a lineup that could be threats, but in pro ball, most teams will have every guy will have some kind of threat as a.
Can hurt you.
Yeah.
Fellow reliever Austin Brown completes the roster of Yardbirds All-Stars. What's your role?
For me, mostly situational. Runners in scoring position, first and third. Any type of situation that could get sticky is where I come into play. So for me, I throw submarines. So I come out of a low slot, and so for me, it's mostly just sinkers and slider and changeup. I like to show everything just because I'm only out there for a few hitters. But try to establish the fastball, see what's working for the catchers on that day, and see we go from there.
Bid Fast and Last, sold on supporting high desert sports. Bid Fast and Last, liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.